Island, co-chairman of the House Democratic Policy and Communications Committee. Day 5 of the shutdown, Congressman. What's the game plan here?
Well, I think as incoming Speaker Pelosi said, when Democrats take back the House on January 3rd, we will move swiftly to reopen the government. I think there was a deal already. 100 senators, 100-0 voted for a continuing resolution. That would have passed the House. The president changed his mind, I think, in part because of all the things you just described in an effort to distract from a very bad couple of weeks. The president shut the government down, and that's what he's talking about. But Democrats are going to make sure the government reopens as soon as we come back into power on January 3rd.
Well, so just to be clear, that's on the first day passed basically the piece of legislation that was already passed by the Senate by unanimous voice vote, and then basically dare McConnell to not bring it up?
Correct, because they've already voted for it. So I think they're going to be in a tough position.
Well, they got to do it again, right? It's a new Congress.
That's right. No, that's right. But I'm saying they've already voted for it, so they're going to be in a tough position to suddenly not vote for it. So I think the government will have been closed for several weeks by that point, 2 weeks. And the reality is there are more than 400,000 employees who are working and not getting paid. We need to reopen the. We can have lots of disagreement about a bunch of other policies, but we need to open the government. And we're going to vote to open it, and then the Senate will do the same, I expect, and then it's up to the president.
We should note, of course, that some of those people who are not working are subcontractors, people who do security, janitorial services, staff cafeterias, who probably won't be paid, right? I mean, there's a bunch of people who are just out of luck.
Well, I mean, I think we have to make sure that we do everything to insist that everyone gets paid. I mean, it's outrageous that anyone would be expected to work and not get paid, especially during the holidays.
There's an interesting story today about Elijah Cummings, who will be the incoming chair of the Oversight Committee, sending 51 letters to the White House requesting compliance with document requests. These are, as far as I can understand, these are a variety of areas, things on the Trump Organization, foreign governments, Hurricane Maria, family separation, border stuff, and they're all already outstanding document requests that had existed. This is reiterating now with the power of an incoming majority. What do you think is going to happen on that front?
Well, I mean, I think it's important to remember Democrats ran on an agenda articulating that we're fighting for the people of this country, not for the special interests, not for the powerful lobbyists. And we committed to driving down health care costs, particularly the cost of prescription drugs, raising family incomes by rebuilding the infrastructure of our country, and taking on the pervasive corruption in Washington. We're going to deliver on those promises. At the same time, people expect us to do oversight and to hold this administration accountable. In the Judiciary Committee, we have over 500 pages that really summarize our efforts in the last 2 years to do oversight that were blocked by the Republicans. I know it's the same in the Oversight Committee. And I think we are going to do our job. We're going to hold this administration accountable. Elijah Cummings wants to make sure that a bunch of documents are preserved so we can do that work informed by data and material and documents so that we can do the oversight that the Constitution requires us to do.
You're going to be taking over a branch of Congress. You're going to be ascending into the majority with the government shut down and an immediate fight. I wonder how your colleagues are sort of thinking about gaming out the strategy of this House majority, which is walking into day one into essentially a kind of staring contest with the president.
Well, I think the way we're walking into it is, and the Leader Pelosi has said this, we will promptly open the government. We understand the first responsibility we have is to open the government, to force the president to sign legislation or let it go forward without his signature that opens the government again, so that we can continue to move forward on the agenda that we really articulate during this campaign, the issues that matter to the American people, and at the same time do our oversight responsibilities, which our Republican colleagues have neglected almost entirely in the last 2 years. You know, this is part of our work. The American people gave us the House because they want us to move forward on the issues that matter in their lives, and they want to be certain that we're doing our job and holding this administration accountable, and we intend to do that.